Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. I would like you to listen to a certain interview here. This interview, the person being interviewed is OKIYA. Now, for those of you who know OKIYA, we all know that he's going to vie for presidency. He wants to become the president of the Republic of Kenya, but that is going to be subject to the IEBC approval in 2026-2027 there. So OMTATA has surfaced with a bold message, and I want you to listen to what OMTATA is talking about, and this is in relation to what is going to take place in 2027 during the relaying of the Bomas results. So just listen to this part.
One of the things that we are going to do is to implement Article 138 Clause 2 for the presidential election. It says, where more than one candidate is cleared to vie for the presidency, an election for president will take place in each constituency.
Okay.
There's no election of president to take place at Bomas.
Now, very well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to share the other bit of that video in a short while. But we all know the role that Bomas of Kenya plays when it comes to the transmission of the results. What OKIYA is telling us in this video, ladies and gentlemen, is that Bomas should be done away with. I mean, I don't know how this is going to work, because according to OKIYA's statements, he is trying to focus on how to stop William Ruto from stealing votes. I mean, that is according to him. He thinks that Ruto is going to do some, play some games in stealing votes. We don't know whether he's going to do that. We don't have proof. But OKIYA's statement borders around the fact that he suspects that something will be done. So before we get further on this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, kindly like this video. It is so important if you like this video, because that is the only way YouTube shares our content. Subscribe to our channel if you had not subscribed before, and to existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support. OKIYA seems to be telling us that should William Samoei Ruto think of playing some fraud in the IEBC system, that what should be done is that the people should do everything possible to stop it. Now, this is calling for anarchy based on that statement.
So when you come to Bomas, will be a formality. The question that you bring polling station results to be tabulated, to be whatever, there will be no tabulation of results at Bomas. The results will be on the ground, and anybody who thinks that the results on the ground are wrong can challenge them in court. We are going to implement the constitution. The idea of Bomas, that the TVs are switched off, that the results are standing. No, we're not going to go that route.
Okay.
And we are going to do political education, that should anybody attempt that, then the roads will be blocked.
It is not a statement that is sitting well with majority of Kenya, because ni kama inaleta tension to hii statement. Sio statement ambayo ingefaa kuongelewa wakati huu, because how people are going to receive it will now, it will actually differ from one person to the other. But the bottom line here ni kwamba as much as we don't want electoral theft, we want results to be relayed venye ziko. But what OKIYA has pointed to right now is calling for pure anarchy. Now, that is what we don't want as a nation to be faced with, a scenario akin to what took place in 2007. That was very bad. But let us go to Omtata's statement and take a very keen look at the words one by one. But first of all, let us continue with this video from Omtatah.
One of the things that we are going to do is to implement Article 138 Clause 2 for the presidential election. It says, where more than one candidate is cleared to vie for the presidency, an election for president will take place in each constituency.
Okay.
There's no election of president to take place at Bomas. What the Americans did, they got 50 state results in November, on November 6th.
Yes.
And they knew who the president was by interrogating that data.
Yes.
So they waited for January 6th to formally validate those results.
Yeah.
That's what we are going to have. That's what's going to happen. The 290 results will be the final results. And they will be declared at the polling station. And even the media like you will be able to call that election. So when you come to Bomas, it will be a formality. The question that you bring polling station results to be tabulated, to be whatever, there will be no tabulation of results at Bomas. The results will be on the ground, and anybody who thinks that the results on the ground are wrong can challenge them in court.
Now, very well, ladies and gentlemen, let's assume Bomas tabulation of the results is done away with, because OMTATA seems to be telling us that there is no need for tabulation of electoral results. But
from the constituencies to the counties and up to the National Tallying Center, I want to thank stakeholders, state and non-state stakeholders. So
then, how is this system going to work? Once the tallying has been completed at the polling station, I mean, because going by the court's ruling previously that the vote ends at the polling station, of course, that is what happens. But of course, we also know that somewhere where votes must be transmitted, hapo pia kuna ukora inaendelea. I mean, if I'm transmitting these forms, then zinakuwa interchange somewhere along the way, then the one that is being delivered inakuwa nyingine. That is where the problem is. So according to OKIYA, I understand where it's coming from, the statement where it's coming from. He is thinking that if I submit form 34A, most likely, whatever is going to be received there, kidogo itakuwa ni something that has been tampered with, according to him. Because we all know that within an electoral, within a region, the form 34As are normally tabulated, and then they form I think they form the form 34B, you know, and ambayo inatumwa kule kwa inatumwa Bomas. So whoever is going to receive them there, the IEBC CEO, the IEBC chair, and the team, they have to again compile. So I think what OKIYA would have told us is that the issue of verification ndio haitafanyika, because hapo unasikia kuna errors, kuna nini, things have changed. Hii unaona the error document, unaona that's error document certificate, vitu kama hizo zinatokea. So he is trying to tell us that vitu zinapotea njiani. Let us go back to Moi, because our point is on how to eliminate Bomas in this whole thing. Let's go back to Moi's time, where ulikuwa unasikia ballot box ilitoka Isiolo kwa sababu it was being airlifted by some helicopter, ilianguka mahali, it can't be traced. I mean, it means hizo votes ambazo zitoka area will not be verifiable. Because if they got lost, how are you going to maybe tabulate them? I mean, how are you going to verify them? Because zimepotea. How are you going to do it? It's not going to be easy. So what is happening, ladies and gentlemen, is very simple. If Bomas imetolewa, then it means the results ambazo zinakuwa announced kwa polling station, whether they are erroneous ama zikwaje, hizo ndo zitakuwa final results. But of course, the votes ends at the tallying station, at the voting station. So it's okay. That is actually the policy that happened to vote in Aishia. Lakini if Bomas is removed from this equation, ladies and gentlemen, Bomas is removed. Just try to imagine the scenario and respond below in the comment section. Picture a scenario where Bomas tallying hakuna tabulation. Votes pale zimetoka zikuje kwa screen, zikuje hizi zimetoka 10, hizi zimetoka 4, hizi zimetoka zikuje tu. There is no tabulation. Picture that scenario and go below in the comment section and tell us what you think about OKIYA OMTATA's strategy. Remove Bomas from this equation. He could be right, he could be wrong, but it's up to you. Just go below in the comment section and react. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.